BrewTube beer review. It's time to dive into yet another holiday or sort of winter seasonal beer. And what beer do we have? We have one from 2SP Brewing Company out of Aston, Pennsylvania, which is rare, right up 95 from where I am between Wilmington, Delaware and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. US of A, yay, yay. So you know what that means. It's time for DJ to go local. That's right, guys. We're going local today with what beer from 2SP Brewing Company? We're going to have their Wawa Holiday Reserve Coffee Stout 2020. That is a mouthful. This is what? An oatmeal stout that has been seasoned with some adjuncts that are lovely, hopefully, that we'll talk to you about in a second. It's a seasonal serving is clocking in at 6% ABV and 40 IBUs. 4 hops in this beer. They're using Fungal and Chinook. And for malt, where are they using it? They don't tell us, but they do tell us, of course, that they're using oats in it, which is technically an adjunct, but it's a fermentable adjunct. For adjuncts actual, they're using in this what? Cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, ginger, and coffee. Which coffee is it? It is Wawa's Winter Reserve. Now, the last version of this was a straight-up coffee stout with the Winter Reserve coffee in it from Wawa, but this year it is meant to mimic their holiday blend, which was in this cup and is in this bag. I like this coffee. It's tasty. It's a flavored coffee. In this, I think they've got ginger, clove, molasses, that kind of thing going on, cinnamon. So this beer is meant to mimic sort of the flavor of this coffee. I've drank much cups of this coffee already this season, so we will see what it tastes like. So, enough flapping my gums. Time to crack the top on the top of this can and get it in the snifter, telling you what's up with Wawa Holiday Reserve Coffee Stout. Nice crack off the top of. At time of recording, this beer just came out. It has been in the can for approximately a week, so we will have plenty of coffee flavor, whatever is in here. We got a pounder. We can pour it deep into our snifter and tell you about the brew. Let's take a look at it. It is, it's really dark brown. There's a little teeny tiny glint of light down at the bottom where the stem connects to the snifter here, but the body of it, I can't see my hand through it. It's fully opaque. We got a 2-finger head of sort of chocolatey, khaki-ish sort of bubbles when I swirl it. We're actually getting some alcohol legs from the 6%er. Impressive. I think last year this beer in its regular, just straight up oatmeal coffee stout form was a 6.5% if memory serves. And I do think we will probably get some glass lacing from this, but look at that beautiful black liquid in the glass. Hopefully, you know what, it smells and tastes good too. So to discern that, first we've got to dive in for that aroma. Right off the top, I'm getting a hit of cinnamon. Spiciness, I guess that's a clove. I wouldn't pick it out as saying, yeah, that's exactly clove. After that, a hit of coffee, some nice malty sweetness, some chocolatey notes. When I get deeper into it, as the head recedes here, it's more spicy, more cinnamon and nutmeg and ginger coming up. Nutmeg is bigger than the ginger, though the ginger is a nice afterthought background player. I guess in order, I'm getting coffee, chocolate, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and then clove. Everything it says is supposed to be there in the aroma. And now, if I didn't know all the spices, what they were, I may not pick them out exactly, but the fact that I'm thinking of them, yeah, I'm picking them out. And there's a nice spiced aroma. It's not huge, not a hint of alcohol. It's smelling pretty damn good. I've earned this beer after this week. Let's dive in, guys. Cheers! Yum. Tasty. Look at that. Like I thought. Lovely glass lacing. Right up the front, you're actually greeted first with the coffee, more so than in the aroma. It's a medium-bodied beer. It's actually, you can drink probably 2 of these, I think, without it weighting up your gut too much. Really super smooth, easy to drink. It's a smaller stout, and you can taste that. It's coming off kind of in some ways, even though it's an oatmeal stout. It's got a medium body. It's like almost like a dry Irish stout that's been spiced in some ways with a bigger body. Right, coming off in that flavor, kind of like a back in the day oatmeal stout, 6%, completely hidden, no warming of the chest, none of that. Nice spicy flavors, not overdone. Spiced beers as a whole can be screwed up royally if they do not spice them correctly. This has been done right. They've had a deft hand. It wasn't too much. Ginger's in there. Clove at the size of the tongue. Back and middle of the palate, as in the front, are coffee, which is how it's supposed to be. difference between this beer and the coffee, the spices in this are a little more zippy, more gingery and clove spicy. The cloves actually come more off with the nutmeg, and they're more like allspice in the flavor to me because of the sweetness. I think allspice has a sweeter taste than clove does, but the coffee, the Holiday Blend coffee, because it has that molasses component, it's a little more sweet, and it's a lighter roast coffee because there's dark roast malts and stuff in here too. But this has more sweetness. The coffee flavor is about the same, and this is a little more spicy and less sort of molasses, mapley kind of sweetness, that whole side of the burnt brown sugar thing. But tasty beer, just the same, super easy to drink. And a little bit of earthiness in the back as well as I'm talking is coming out as I'm respirating out beer. So, you hear me, I'm digging it. I'm not crazy blown away, but let's grade it. At time of recording, Beer Advocate has no grade. None, sorry. And Untapped does have a grade because they're always the first to pull the trigger, it seems. They're getting a 3.91 out of 5 caps. So I guess that's like a really high B plus going into A minus range, right? So let me take one more taste and I will pass judgment. I think I'm gonna go just into my A minus range. I'm gonna go 90. For a smaller stout, it has really good flavor. It's an easy drinker. This is an every man or woman sort of beer that could really approach up to this. I think a lot of people would like this beer. It could accompany food because it's not too heavy, but it's not a mind blower of a stout. It has really nice flavor, well made. But if you're looking for something that's packing a big, kind of pastry stout punch to it, that's not this beer. But I do have a bottle of their Reserve, which is the bourbon barrel aged version of this beer, Sans Spices, and we will tell you how that one is at a later date. Who knows when I'll review it, because, anyways, I will, though. So, have you had Wawa's Holiday Reserve Coffee Stout 2020, or last year's, or whatever? I think they've been making since 2018. Let me know what you know, because I like the quid pro quo and the back and forth. I also really like it when you think globally, drink locally. I'm getting it done. This brewery's really close to my house. I'm going local tonight. And respect the craft and support the craft beer movement. Also, if you can do me a great big favor, you know what you got to do. You got to rate, comment, subscribe, especially if this is your first time with us. And if you can do me another big favor and get down to it, get those fists pumping and smash the like button, because that, along with one, maybe 2 cans of Holiday Wawa Reserve Coffee Stout kind of shit is all I'm going to need to put my big-ass 2SB Brewing Company happy face on. So, the next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a bunch of local drinking love for you, and you know what's coming for you by now. That's right, hell yes, a big-ass peace out!